whole self-love thing, and I don't know if it's because she's at the size she is that she feels like she has to really push this because people feel like she doesn't actually take care of herself. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Aren't You Exhausted? The podcast. I am your lovable host, Ashley. And today we are going to be discussing the girls, of course. Of course. I mean, that's all we discuss, really. But today we're going to be focusing in on what they're saying as of lately and my opinion on it. Of course, that's what we always do. My opinion, that's what we do. We're going to start with Amber. She has posted, I feel, more frequently than Chantal has here recently. The last few vlogs, she's really came into discussing more on her weight and, you know, just getting ready for the move. I don't know when that's actually supposed to happen because apparently she's still apartment hunting, which I thought she had stated that, like, she was already planning on moving and, like, was packing and shit, and now we're just getting apartment hunting. I feel like this is procrastination at its highest. I feel like if you're starting the packing process, you should already, like, I don't know, have applications put in and, you know, have a definite happening. I don't know. That could just be me. I find it very odd that you're waiting this late to start apartment hunting, but I don't know what her deadline is. I assume it's the end of the month, but, like, girl, that gives you what, 2 weeks? A week. It gives you a week until the end of the month. I feel like that's cutting it close. But again, I don't know when, like, her last month of in that apartment is, like, when her lease ends. So who knows? She had, like, a lot to say, but I feel like the subject matter wasn't her. We got the whole self-love thing, and I don't know if it's because she's at the size she is that she feels like she has to really push this because people feel like she doesn't actually take care of herself. And a lot of the things that she listed as self-love were taking care of yourself, like painting your fingernails. I mean, okay, cool. Yeah, I guess people don't do that all the time. I guess that could be a self-love thing. Dancing in the shower. I wouldn't advise it. Even if you were like 100 pounds lighter, I wouldn't advise it. For one, dancing on a wet surface, not safe. That's why they put, like, the little grippies at the bottom of the showers or bathtubs, is so that, like, there's not a slip and fall incident. That's why people put bath mats down. To be dancing on a slick surface, not the smartest of moves. And also, at your size, another, like, red flag of something not to do. Just throwing that out there. Please do not dance in the shower when you are living on your own and have no one there to help you if you were to fall and get yourself in a stuck situation. I just don't see it as a bright move. I mean, call me a hater if you want. I'm just like, girl, that's not the move that you think it is. As far as dancing in general, okay, do aerobics. I mean, it's two of the things that need to happen and, you know, that you enjoy. You like dancing. It's also going to help you lose weight. I know she said, like, she can't do it in the body she is now. Yes, you can. You can. It's small steps towards doing it. You're not going to be able to do a 15-minute long video on, like, the Leslie Sansone shit, but you can do, like, 5 minutes or start out with, like, 2 minutes. Do what you can do, but don't be afraid to, like, push it a little bit because that's going to get you past your comfort zone and also get you pushing to do more. And then eventually you will be able to do more. I I think Amber is afraid to push past the comfort zone, and I think that's why she doesn't enjoy exercising of any kind, and why she's in this perpetual rut of gaining and losing the same 89 lbs. But she takes this recent victory of losing like 10 pounds in 3 days as like success, and in reality it's just you had a diet change. You were back to eating a cleaner foods, a cleaner diet, and that's what's causing, like, it's not as much sodium. You're probably drinking more water, so you're clearing out your kidneys a little bit more. You're clearing out the excess fluid that you're hanging on to from eating, really high sodium foods and shit. Like, you're 530 something pounds. Your body at that size is going to fluctuate 5 to 10 pounds doing nothing, honestly. Just dependent upon like what you've done through the day. So I wouldn't advise moving forward to weigh in as often as you do. For one, it's going to perpetuate like this mindset that like you have to be losing or on some kind of lost trend from day to day. And that's not always going to be so. And it can also like alter your frame of mind for the day. Like if you already see that you're not losing weight from day to day, you may be more apt to just self-sabotage and say fuck it and have that, takeout meal. So I would advise against the weighing in every day. Maybe do it once a month and then show your progress from there. Do not weigh in every day. You're not in that mindset. Maybe when you're down, like I won't even say it's not healthy for anybody to weigh themselves every single day and multiple times a day at that. It's not healthy. It already puts you in that mindset that it's not going to be a healthy go at this. So already I'm like red flags everywhere, red flags. And I don't know. In the beginning I rooted so hard for Amber to be able to like stick with something and just see it through. But as we've progressed, like nothing she will stick to. Her, and that's it's okay to an extent, but like, girl, you're getting back up to bedbound territory and you're going to be living on your own. It's not going to be good. It's going to be reverting back to eating takeout multiple times a day because it's easily accessible. You don't have to dirty a kitchen. You don't have to deal with any dirty dishes. You just throw the trash away. That's it. And like, I know that she listed off some of these things that she hopes for in her new apartment. And I'm just thinking she's looking at it from a mobility aspect. She wants an open floor plan. Okay. Not that odd. But a good majority of open floor plans are on the bottom levels. And it's because that she, doesn't want to have to fucking walk up and down steps every day to get to and from to her apartment. But like, what if her only options are second level apartments? What if she goes to apply for a place and they are like, yeah, sure. And then they're like, oh, we only have the upper level available. How's she going to manage that? I understand she can just say no and walk out of it, but it's going to put her further back in like her time arrangement of when she's got to be out of her current place. But I just looked at all of her like wants and needs as like, this is a mobility thing. Like she needs it to be like this and can't really alter from that plan because she doesn't have the option, the ability to have it any other way. Like the washer and dryer in unit, that's a luxury. Not a lot of units have that. She wants it modern. Also, that's a fucking luxury thing. Not a lot of units have that luxury. I guess it's dependent upon where you live. Um, I mean, even out here in Florida, you're met with a lot of like in between options, like where it's kind of been updated, but not totally. But I guess where Amber has the luxury of getting to pick and choose these things is that her income threshold is much higher than the average, especially in her area. Um, I don't know what area she's moving to. Maybe she's still going to be a little bit above average for that area. If she goes towards Oklahoma, probably around in there, she's going to be a little above average. But I don't know. A lot of a lot of what she had to talk about, it was just like, somebody is so entitled because of this lifestyle they're able to lead off of the back of their eating disorder, and the fact that like they are creating content, I mean, almost catered toward this mindset of, this is my life. I can eat what I want and feel sorry for me, but also fuck you for feeling sorry for me. You know what I mean? She baits into the sympathy aspect, and then kind of pulls back and trolls for the people that see through it. It's whatever. I mean, if that's what you want to make your income off of, go for it. Obviously, she's doing well enough with it. We'll see how long that cash cow lasts for. And then we have Chantal out here fucking picking fights again with people that can't get her, but definitely can get towards the people that support her. And she is kind of miffed still at that. She did good, you guys. She kept off of it for a little over a week. She kept her mouth shut, but she just couldn't hold it back anymore. She ended up doing a live stream and talked about the same old shit, the same old people, and calling them out for things. And it's just like, she's just never going to learn. She's just never going to learn. And I know she probably does it for like partially because she's just can't keep her mouth shut. And another part of her is like, I can make money off of this. It's controversy, so definitely a moneymaker. I would be more terrified that the turn her health has taken here recently. I know she's never been like big on being able to move around without being winded, but girl, you can't even walk to from the car to the restaurant without being so winded. It sounds like you're gonna fucking die. I don't know. And the fact that she went in there and like the first thing they bring out is this fucking platter size dish full of fucking pickled vegetables. Sala, her fucking blood pressure was high during her last fucking doctor's visit from just walking around. Do you think walking around and then fucking adding high sodium fucking pickled vegetables to it is gonna help anything? I think he's trying to kill her faster, honestly. I think he's trying to get her fucking feet through that door and recoup any of that money from her after she's passed, because that's his quote unquote wife now. Like, I honestly think he has the worst intentions with her, and she just sees right through it because she sees a man paying attention to her, to catering to her. He's catering to all of her wrong things, catering to putting fucking food in front of her face that she can't say no to, taking her places, and making her fucking work up this fucking exhaustion. Hello, future chest pain. She walked around in the desert for 10 minutes and had chest pains. She's walking to a fucking restaurant wheezing because she's so out of breath and sweating and engorging herself on pickled vegetables and fucking a buffet of food. I just can't. I can't I can't in good conscience think that this man is actually looking out for her. And because I think of my own husband and the aspect of how I should view other men. I think my husband's a good man. Even though he caters to a lot of the things that I want, he knows when to fucking say something about, should you be eating that? You do have high blood pressure. Like your last blood pressure reading was pretty high. Should you be eating that? Do you want to get that instead of just getting something else that's a little bit healthier? He knows when to say something sometimes. It doesn't hurt my feelings. He's looking out for my fucking health. But, like, I don't know. I guess that's what they've been together 7 months. That's 7 months versus almost 8 years together. But I think they need to have a long, hard talk as a quote unquote married couple. I use that term loosely with them because who fucking knows what their actual relationship situation is. Chantal's been caught too many times calling him boyfriend for it to be a coincidence at this point. So I just view them as a couple. But even as a couple, you should be looking out for each other. You should be wanting the best for one another. And I get maybe he is wanting to take her out so that she's more active and getting out of the apartment to, do some kind of activity instead of just sitting at home ordering takeout and having it given to her on her little fucking fold out table covered in plastic with the cat having to go in the other room so it doesn't put its fucking ass hair all over everything. But I don't know. I just she needs to get her health in order first. She needs to be on medication for that blood pressure. She needs medication, honestly, probably for the blood sugar as well. It's beyond mind boggling why they didn't decide to do a blood panel on her for how she is shaped. It's definitely not normal. Most people that have that shaped belly have liver issues. When you see a man with a beer gut like that, they call them beer guts, he has some kind of liver issue. He has some kind of issue going on there. And the fact that they didn't even call for her to have a blood panel or anything done to check on that shit is just baffling, honestly. I go in with a sneeze and they want to fucking draw blood at my clinic. So I don't know. I don't know how our girl's health is gonna go from here forward. What the future is gonna hold for her. I don't foresee it being good. I honestly don't. She's just too stubborn and defiant for that and feels like she doesn't owe people that part of her life, but girl, the people are just worried about you. I understand that there's people out there that are fuck her, she deserves this, yada yada. But there's honestly people out there that are just neutral in this and they understand you are a bad person, but even if it's a bad person, I don't wish shit like this on people. I wouldn't wish any harm to people, even if they are bad people. The only bad people that I would wish harm to are pedophiles. And honestly, a lot of the times they can't help themselves. It's a fucking illness and they can't help it. They are drawn to it and there's nothing you can do to fix it. You can't rehab a pedophile. It's just not going to work. Can they not live around children and not be around children and all this and live kind of secluded away? Yeah, sure. But can you ever trust them? No. You're never going to be able to trust them around a child or near children ever, ever. And the beauty of the internet is they have easy access to this. So whereas they wouldn't have to, prey upon these people in person, they can do it online, and it's even sicker online. It's disgusting. This is why I don't share this is exactly why I don't share my child on most social media platforms. You will never see my children on most social media platforms. it's gross out there. But we went on to a further a topic that's close to home, but I would like to stay away from on this channel just because it's so disgusting. So that's going to be all that we're going to talk about that. I understand that she advocates for these people, but I am not one. I am not one to advocate for them. There's no helping people that are that sadistic. It's just like, that's the only group of people that I would wish harm to, honestly. And it's not because they can help it. It's just because there is no helping it. So, yeah. I'm sorry it ended on that note. But this is Chantal we're talking about, so can you really be surprised? But yeah, I don't see where we're going forward with her. I honestly don't see where I'm going forward with this channel. I may in the future sway away from YouTube just because I don't know what else I would report on here. Everything is pretty much covered. Yes, people enjoy my opinion on things, but I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for it. Maybe I'll do something else. I don't know. I honestly don't know. But as far as the present, I think Liam is going to be joining me this weekend to kind of give his opinion on things. It may not be as deep. It may be deeper. I don't know. I don't know what his thoughts on things are as of yet. I know we've kind of discussed some things off of the podcast between one another on what's going on and just kind of gave bounced opinions off one another. But we may sit down and have a little talk-see about them this weekend and get that recorded and posted for you guys. I promise you guys, I do plan a live for sometime soon. I can't give a definite date yet. My schedule is still up in the air for some things, and it's pretty jammed packed as far as what this week has in store. So I will post, though, when we do plan on going live, and we'll give you guys a time so you guys can prepare for it. It will be like a 24-hour notice, so be prepared for that. But we will do a live sometime soon. But I do want to thank everybody for listening, for taking time out of their day to give us a listen, and I will talk to you guys on the next one. Thank you guys. Bye.